Hey, what's up, y'all? It's me coming at you again with another vid. I am a little late on this. I had to heal up for the weekend with excitement. I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm still enjoying it at this moment because I actually saw one of the best moments in MMA fighting history that occurred last Saturday night, and I had to really soak that in. But I apologize for coming in late on this post-fight analysis between Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm, and the result was that Holly Holm gave Ronda Rousey a beating that she deserved. I hate to say that about a fighter, but Ronda Rousey truly deserved that beating. And before I get into that, I got to say that Ronda Rousey was the most overhyped fighter that I ever seen in my lifetime. Okay? I mean, not only MMA, but if you think about it, not only in MMA, boxing, it just mixed martial arts, all the entire platforms. I mean, she was seriously overrated. Jesus Christ. Yes, I'm not trying to downplay the fact that she's an accomplished judo fighter, and Olympic bronze medalist in judo. And yes, she's had great success. She was the Strike Force's last women's bantamweight champion before it was acquired by UFC. She's had great success in the UFC so far. She's been, defeating her previous opponents in seconds, whatnot. Yeah, everything was great. She has a great, sex appeal and, also strength and beauty. It's a great combination of a marketing ploy. But my thing is this, and I've said this to about many people. I've said this about uh, to many people. The fact that she was being regarded as the best, not only the best female fighter in the world, but she was also regarded as the best athlete in the world, the best fighter in the world, period. I'm like, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Calm down on that for a second, okay? First of all, yes, Ronda Rousey is good, but I see a lot of leaks in her offense. And I said this to many people. Look, she is a terrible striker. She cannot strike to save her life. She relies too much on her ground game and judo, which she trained at. Great. But you have to also add some offensive arsenal stand up when you compete in mixed martial arts. You can't rely on one style of fighting. And I said this many times to people. And the reason why Rousey was able to dominate her opponents is not only by her skill in ground and submissions, but also her weight advantage. I mean, Jesus Christ, she was almost coming in heavier than her previous opponents. So, besides the fact, she's just way overhyped. Dana White was running on that coattails, was making a lot of money off of that. Joe Rogan, I saw one time, gave her post-fight interview. I think it was her previous fight before the Holly Holm fight, where Joe Rogan went in the ring and he had approached her and said that, you know what, it's a pleasure calling your fights. I mean, you're undoubtedly the best fighter in the world. Nobody can match your skill whatsoever. Yeah, yeah, I know Joe Rogan has to eat his words when he said that, right? Yeah, bullshit. All right. Okay, and when this match with Holly Holm got announced, I was actually one of the few people who actually liked this match because I actually wanted to see this fight. Because you have to think about it. Holly Holm is an accomplished world-class fighter in boxing, an undisputed champion in boxing, a kickboxing champion, and already accomplished MMA fighter in the last 2 3 years. All right? I said this to people many times that do not count out Holly Holm. This was actually a good matchup and a good test for Ronda Rousey because Holly Holm is an unbelievable striker and an accomplished MMA boxer. I mean, all around fighter, period. Why would you count her out? It is sick as me to see that the betting odds were actually 7-1. And I know Vegas is pissed off right now because they lost so much money on that fight. But but needless to say, let me get into the post fight analysis here. It all stemmed from the weigh in where Rousey got upset. She started to badmouth Holm and, started to, attempted to, attack her, whatnot. And then she went on Instagram and called her a bitch. You think you humble and all that stuff. I can see your fake ass. I'm going to destroy you, blah, blah, blah. Holly Holm, she's been there and done that. Okay, whatever. I'm going to teach you a lesson. So before when they went into the cage, referee is calling his instructions, whatnot, and he has to touch gloves. Holly Holm was willing to touch gloves, but Ronda did refuse to touch gloves, which is another sign of disrespect. So round one begins. What can I say from here? Holly Holm, Jesus Christ. I mean, she just tagged Ronda whenever she felt like it. Great lateral movement, great head movement, being very elusive. Didn't kept her distance. Didn't even give Ronda a chance to even come in, and with her grappling. And we all knew it was going from, speaking of Ronda, during that point of that round, literally had no head movement whatsoever, no lateral movement, terrible reflexes. Literally didn't even kept, as Joe Rogan pointed out in that fight, didn't even have her chin tucked in. So she allowed Holm to land with that light, hit that left with at free of will. Holm threw a couple combos here and there on the strikes, and also threw oblique kicks. And I think those oblique kicks were very important too, because I think it kind of disrupted Ronda's um, lateral stance in a way, because the oblique kicks do take a lot out of you. It does take a lot and weight off your leg if you get hit in that, repeatedly with those kicks. And also, there was one point in that round when Holly threw a perfect left elbow to Ronda's face, which could have perhaps broke her jaw. When some reports I've seen that came out and stated that, but we don't know that for sure. But if that's the case, if her jaw was definitely broken, then that elbow may have done it. I mean, gashed up, bloody nose, and a lip. Oh my goodness. I also wanted to point out there was a couple of times that Ronda did get a chance to grapple with Holm, but Holm, but failed, because Holm held her ground. And there was one point there where Holm actually threw Ronda Rousey down on the ground. I was like, when do you ever see that happen? And then obviously we saw that after that first round ended, Ronda was pretty much winded and pretty much out of the fight. And we all know why she was winded, because it's not the fact that she didn't have no stamina. I think her stamina was still there. I think the fact that she had to absorb so much punishment in that first round, we all knew the writing was on the wall right there. But on to the second round. The second round, same result. Holly landed free of will with those straight lefts, lateral movement, great head movement. And also, I was impressed that she also landed a straight reverse kick. I was like, whoa, geez. I'm sorry, not reverse kick. The straight back kick. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I mean, oh, man. And then there was also one point in that second round where Ronda tried to come in with the left, getting all desperate, trying to rush in on Holly. She came in with the left, and then Holly just ducked out of the way, and Ronda stumbled onto the cage. And everybody's like, whoa, Jesus. And the next thing you know, Holly continued her distance, lateral movement. The next thing you know, she came in with a straight left, and that tumbled Ronda, and then Ronda, got back up. Then Holly came in with a high left kick that knocked Ronda down to the ground. End of story, writings on the wall. And with that being said, we have a new UFC Bantamweight champion, Holly, the Preacher Daughter's Holmes, and congratulations, and she well deserved. And back to Ronda being overhyped. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Dana White, I know he had to be pissed because he seen his cash cow go down in flames. The fact that he actually was trying to set up that dream match between Cyborg and Ronda. And we all knew, given to see what happened in that fight last night, 2 nights ago with Holm and Rousey, we all know, imagine what Cyborg could have done to Ronda if they actually fought that very night. But come on, man. Seriously, the best fighter in the world. In fact, the audacity that Ronda Rousey actually came out prior to the Holm fight that she wanted to be considered in the ranks of Ali and Tyson. Man, get the fuck out of here. First things first. I said this on my Facebook page, and I said this many times. First of all, for Miss Rousey to be considered to be in the ranks of Tyson or Ali, first of all, they fought everybody, okay? They fought the best there ever was. They fought the best that was handed down to them. So you had ways to go. And with that being said, you didn't even fight the best competition in the bantamweight. So, until up to the point when you fought Holly Holm. But needless to say, she had to have this great slice of this humble pie, because she's so arrogant, have no respect for her fans, including the fact that she didn't respect Miesha Tate after she beat her in her last fight, and didn't even want to shake her hand, whatnot. And of course, that's when Miesha Tate took the opportunity to slam her after she got knocked out by Holly Holm. And, I tell people, look, Miesha Tate was the one who got disrespected by Rousey after, they fought the last time, tried to show respect by shaking her hand, and Ronda refused to do so. But anyways, let me know what you think. Do you think Rousey could come back from this? I'm signing off. Peace.